3 months is not going to work for me. Come on.
A year, no, 2 years.
2
and
years?
you double the money.
Oh my God.
Welcome. We are Moneycopilot LLC. Join us as we share our roadmap to help people along on their journey to better financial health. Your wallet will thank you.
Hey, Michael.
Hi, Tunji.
I got a favor to ask.
What is that favor?
Can I borrow like $1,000?
I mean, okay, if you really need it.
That's pretty nice. You're very good. All right. How long do I have to pay it back?
As soon as you get it back, basically.
Okay. How about if I pay it back 30 years from now?
That's not gonna work.
What?
That's way too long.
30 years? Come on. Okay. 20 years?
Maybe, how about like 3 months?
3 months? I can't get that kind of money back in 3 months.
Dang, well, guess you're not getting the money.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me make it a little sweeter. All right.
Okay.
How about if I can give you the money back in 30 years, I double that money. I give you enough interest to where instead of getting $1,000 back, you get $2,000 back in 30 years.
Well,
Which
30 years is a long time.
30 years?
It is a long time.
Oh, this is frustrating. Okay. All right. How about I double your money in 20 years?
Well, 20 years is still a really long time.
How long would it take for me to double your money for you to allow me to keep it for a long time? How long? 3 months is not going to work for me. Come on.
A year, no, 2 years.
2
and
years?
you double the money.
Oh my God. You know what? You're a shark.
That's how it works.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to take that deal. But you're pretty smart, because what you just did was try to negotiate for me to basically give you or agree to participate in a loan where you're giving me $1,000 and I have to give you $500 each year in order to be able to pay you back within 2 years. That is 50% interest. 50%. I think in most states that would be considered usury, as in a bit abusive.
Yeah.
I mean, a credit card is what, 20-something%?
Yeah.
And mortgages are 3, 4, 5% at the most. Wow, you are really trying to make some money there.
Of course. I'm not a bank. I am a human.
This is
I
true.
need the money.
Okay, all right. So I would recommend you do a payday lending company at some point, because I think that's the kind of interest rates that they have. But at the end of the day, I want to make one thing clear. You and I are human beings trying to make that kind of loan arrangement. What if it was the government asking you for that kind of money? The government. I mean, that's a pretty big entity, right?
Ginormous, actually.
Okay, yes, ginormous indeed. So if the government is asking you to loan them that kind of money, and they say, okay, we'll pay you back, not in 2 years, because they're not going to pay 50% interest, but maybe 20 years, and give you double the money, or you can take a lot less than double the money, right? Still more than what you put in, but a lot less than double the money before 20 years. That actually is what governments are doing when they sell bonds, government savings bonds.
Okay.
So think about it this way. With a government savings bond, you've got the full faith and credit in the United States, at least, of the United States government behind that bond, behind that loan. So you are going to allow the government to have $1,000, $2,000, whatever the amount is, and have it for a certain period of time. And they're going to agree to give you a set amount of interest on that money. Yeah. That interest will be like maybe 3%, 4%, 5%, whatever the government's willing to set to that you will agree with.
Yeah.
But most of the time, in order to encourage you to keep your money with the government, that loan with the government for a longer period of time, they say, okay, getting 3%, 2%, whatever over these number of years is not a whole lot. It won't double your money in 10 years. It won't double your money in 15 years. But if you are willing to let us keep the money for 20 years or 30 years, whatever the actual bond maturity time is, then we'll guarantee that we're going to double your money.
Okay.
That has been a big, strong selling point for government savings bonds for a long time. That's one way that it makes it a pretty good, not very aggressive, but pretty good savings mechanism. Because I don't know about you, but I don't think the U.S. government is going to be going out of business anytime soon.
Yeah, probably never.
Let's hope never, right?
Yeah.
We've got a pretty good thing going here in the U.S.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that sweetener allows it to be a pretty nice savings approach. If you can afford the time to let the money sit with the government for whatever the number of years is, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever they're saying the guarantee to double the money.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes plenty of sense actually. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think I'll be taking a loan from you anytime soon, Michael.
That's you can go to the government. I mean,
Yeah, maybe I'll go to the government.
they're a bit more generous.
All right. Thanks, man.
No problem.